Good morning and welcome to the garden. Today on Gardenside Cottage, we're going to do a late July walk around and see how the garden is doing. And before we get started, I want to share my mission statement, what I want to do by posting these videos, and that is to inspire and motivate you to create a home that you love, to promote the idea that your home doesn't need to be perfect to be enjoyable, and to encourage you to make small, inexpensive changes in your space to bring you more peace and contentment. And the garden does bring me peace sometimes, if you're not battling pests and problems and disease, but here we go. We're gonna go back here to this space. I visited a Japanese tea garden and I really liked that vibe. So this is not exactly as good as theirs, but I do my best. I do my best. That coleus plant was on sale at Lowe's and I had to buy it. Hopefully it'll give a little fall color. And then my little fountain, and at the top is tranquility. Oh, who doesn't like tranquility? And then this garden's kind of supposed to be a purple garden. I do that. I pick themed areas. Well, like the Japanese kind of tea garden is reds and oranges, and this is the purple. That had that heliotrope was beautiful, but I had to cut the fading blooms. And then, oh, this thing was beautiful too, but I've had to cut it back. It doesn't get enough sun now. There was a beautiful bee there. I don't know where he went. Oh, there he is. Come here. Oh, there. Oh, you caught him for a little bit. Oh, and here's Lily. Lily in the garden, wanting food, but no, Lil. A little more of the purple kind of transition. I guess this whole site is supposed to be purple. Purples. Getting in a lot of sun now. And my garden, yeah, I have a lot of junk. I even call it junk art garden. Just things about that I have collected. And this, oh, the sun is so bad. Let me try this angle. Was a bench I was gonna get rid of, and I decided, no, this corner needed a little sprucing. So I painted it this really cool satin ink blue color. It's a Rust-Oleum paint. And trying to add some color here on this big screen kind of divider thing. I don't know what it is. But moving to the front, here's a good favorite place to relax. In the trees there between the lilacs is what they are. And I love this plant, well, it's snapdragon's petunias, but the ants have ravaged it. But I will have to cut those petunias, but they're the most beautiful purple. And I had started those from seed. And a good old knockout rose. Good message there, trust, trust, trust. And the sprinkler has to be going because it's going to be hot today. Old manual sprinkler I drag around the place. Get wet, sorry. Should turn it off. The hydrangeas are coming, how lovely. And this, I had a red Mandevilla and I thought, oh, let's try a white one. Kind of miss the red, but it is pretty and it just blooms and blooms. I love it. And I don't know if this is going to work, but it was getting too tall and I had this old rake and I stuck it in the pot and hopefully that'll wind up in there. You won't even see it. That's what we want. All right. I had an old broken pot. I turned it sideways and put some petunias in there. Over on this side, this is the shade garden with a little sun peeking in. Oh, I love this old junk wall with, I don't know, that big old, oh my gosh, succulent there. I can't think of what it is, but oh, I love it. And my ferns, they were small when I bought them, probably half that size, and they just go crazy. Go crazy. And this garden does suffer a little because of, I don't know, I need to get better shaped plants, but I get tired of hosta and corbel. I want a little something else. So, like this poor little thing needs moved. Get some sun. And then succulent house, my little shed here that I do winter things over. I try anyway. And in the summer I just have succulents in there. And I love those two pots. The grocery store I go to, Kroger's, they have these things called confetti mixes. And they just have, for cheap, for like $6.99 you can get that. Different variety, and I really like that. Here is a pepper, my peppers, and some cucumbers. We'll see. Again, I don't think they get enough sun, and that's my struggle here with these big elm trees. I hate them, but they give really great dappled shade. But it's really not enough to do sun-loving plants. And then the catmint, Lily is supposed to be eating that, my cat, but she is, this year she didn't, so I have to cut it back. And these little violas, yellow violas, were so pretty, and they've hung on, which is kind of amazing, but need a little love. And I love this lantana. Oh. This is my orange and yellow garden. There, that just bloomed this morning with this great sun that's coming down on us. And I don't know what this is, but I forget. They do, it's supposed to get yellow blooms on it, but it's a neat ground cover. Maybe the other one's doing better. Let's see. Not really. But that was fun. Hopefully we'll rebloom. Alright. That's good for this is my first attempt at the garden here. I've fooled a couple people with that hummingbird. So pretty. I love this porcelain vine. It just also, it needs cut probably every day. And a clematis found its way in there. So I just let it go. I'm not a total control gardener. I kind of let things do what they want to do sometimes. Ah, this is gorgeous. One of those confetti plants from Kroger's. The petunia, oh, there they are. There was a white, I think, in there, but it's, I don't know what happened to it. And some daylilies that are faded. And some impatiens. Alright. That's it for a late July tour of the garden. Here's the shed. Kind of My window box also supposed to have red in it, but it's there's a little. And well, and then the dining area with my tomatoes and some kale that nobody really eats. I just grow it. And a white petunia. One day I might, well, up front's supposed to be kind of an all-white garden. Maybe I'll stick to it more. I kind of put some purple with it. And then by the garage, I think I'm gonna take that red petunia out and just make this yellow. That feels like July and August to me. So, well, I hope that this little walkabout gave you a little peace and contentment and maybe some inspiration to, you know, go out and play in your yard. There's my bamboo, well, that's, what's that, pampas grass? Mini tut, I think it's called, in my fountain, which I got that fountain at the Goodwill. Pretty cheap. So. All right, I hope you have a wonderful day. Thanks for stopping by.